Hi guys, and welcome to the first official YouTube video of Studio 8 Agency. I'm very excited to be kicking off some longer form content and to show you guys everything that goes into creating a business, running an agency, and building it from the ground up, straight from zero. So without further ado, thank you so much for watching, and let's get into the video. This video has been carved up into 3 parts. The first part is a little bit about Studio 8, who we are, why we started, our story. The second part, filling you in on our phase 1 approach. And part number 3, our plan for growth, which we will be posting 1 video per week over the next 8 weeks to track our progress on. Okay, so what is Studio 8? Studio 8 is a digital marketing agency. Now, digital marketing is different than traditional advertising, things like print, billboard. We focus primarily on the digital space or the online sphere. So think anything from social media, websites, paid ads. We help brands create unique and cohesive experiences across their digital touchpoints. So we may support with social media strategy, creating the content for them, posting it, and then tracking with analytics, while in tandem, making sure that their social presence matches how they're appearing across their website and other digital touch points. I wouldn't say digital marketing is one thing in particular. It's actually a pretty wide umbrella, but in the most simple form, it's really helping brands break through and stand out within the online space. Now, this brings forward the question of why Studio 8? What is the name? Simply put, Studio 8 is a creative studio. Duh. Now, I usually ask people, do you want the long version or the short version? So I'll try to keep it somewhere in between, but 8 symbolically is a powerful number. In many cultures, it's known for luck as well as abundance. The symbol itself is infinite. When you are starting your own business, you have to keep looking forward. You're bound to make mistakes, you're bound to fail at some point, but as long as you keep moving on that forward trajectory, who is there, what is there to stop you? So I truly hold that belief in myself. I was born on the 8th, the agency was launched on the 8th, made the decision to make the move from corporate to pursuing something more entrepreneurial on an 8 date as well. Let's get into it. Phase 1 of launching Studio 8 Agency. Now, I'll give you the timeline of it, the rundown, how we landed our first 5 clients, and our process and progress along the way. Let's start from the beginning. I left my corporate job in fall 2024, last year. The decision to leave definitely was not a light one for me. Now, I absolutely have been for my entire life somebody who has cared a lot about what other people have to say. Making this change was definitely a tough one for me, but I felt a certain sense of misalignment within my greater self, and I didn't really love what was at the end of that marathon that I was running. So I made the decision to switch and walk into the abyss of entrepreneurship. So I left my job. Scary. The first thing that I did was I identified what is my skill gap. What are the essential things that I need to learn, that I need to sharpen up on to feel confident about launching this agency in the new year. For the next 4 months, I quite honestly was a sponge. I absorbed every piece of information that I could. I took a ton of courses, and in that same time, I mapped out Studio 8, all of the essential things that I needed to do to get the agency up and on the ground, figuring out my own branding, how I want to be positioned, my identity, everything from verbal, visual, my website, did all of that planning within those 4 months. Honestly, this was a very special time for me because I think it was the first time in my life that I had allowed myself the grace and the freedom to explore what I want to do. Take the courses that I'm interested in learning about, build a brand and a business that represents me and that I'm passionate about, which is honestly one of the most beautiful things about starting your own business, is that you have complete freedom and control to create exactly whatever your vision is. Now, after those 4 months, I had to apply some pressure. I needed to set a date to launch the agency and commit myself to that. I think it's very easy to get into a cycle of, I need to take the next course, I need to learn some more, I don't feel ready. You're never gonna feel 100% ready, let me just tell you this. You're never gonna feel like stamp is on the envelope, you've been given the golden seal of approval, it's your time, let's go, get on it. What actually matters is that you are setting goals and deadlines for yourself, and that you're taking the actions daily to get you towards that goal, which is exactly what I did in setting January 8th as the effective launch date for Studio 8. Okay, now the launch strategy behind Studio 8. I want to share this because I think that it is quite important towards the story, as well as it leads well into landing our first 5 clients and tapping into your means within your existing network and the power of that. Launch Studio 8 with an 8-day countdown beginning on January 1st. I thought that there was a nice moment or connection between everybody counting down to the new year and actually starting the countdown for the agency on the 1st leading into the 8th. I posted 1 story per day on my personal Instagram, basically teasing the launch. Honestly, I said very, very, very little about what the agency was, what we were doing. I'm actually going to show you the posts. Now, I'm not some big influencer extraordinaire. I have about 1,500 followers on my Instagram. So this was a great opportunity to test, I felt, within the people that are following me. Here are the stories that I posted over the 8 days. First one here was very simple. Who's gonna know what this is? Studio 8's logo. Did many people pick up on it? Not really. Second thing was, again, a 7 nice business professional photo of myself. Did most people pick up on it? No. Now, day 6 was where things started to get a little bit more interesting. I think by the 6th day, people started to pick up that there was a countdown happening. It's like that mystery of, okay, what is this? Day 5 was, I felt, where things started to pick up a little bit. And I just found the anticipation. I had people messaging me even that I would not have expected, being like, I don't know what this is, but like, this is great. I'm on the edge of my seat. Now, as the timeline ran down, 5, 4, 3 was the most interesting day for me because it was the first time that I had essentially asked people to click through to a landing page. I had a link within my story directing to a landing page on studio8.ca. Now, guys, when I tell you, I was blown away by the amount of people that clicked through to the landing page. There was a 50% click-through rate. So half of the people that saw my story, even though it's like a smaller test group, I get it, I don't have that many followers, but I was like, okay, this is powerful, building anticipation, being consistent, and just seeing, yes, people were following because there was a specific format and because there was that, what is this, what's next type of idea behind it. After day 3, honestly, I was feeling pretty good, feeling pretty sharp. Day 2 rolled around, did like a snappy, quick reel edit type of video. And day 1, I officially linked out to the live website and boom, we're up, we're running. The journey has begun. Through the process of doing the countdown, the energy, the time, the effort put into it, but also the strategy of introducing what Studio 8 is and getting people to click through onto the website to learn more, this was the lever for landing my first batch of clients. And I'm sharing this because the biggest takeaway here is tapping into your existing network. Finding a way that resonates with you to let people know, hey, here's what I do, here's what I'm capable of, this is me, this is my business, our offering. I think there's a lot of different ways that you can go about this. This was just one that was unique and felt organic to me. That being said, once somebody shows interest in your product or service, it's not a done deal. There's still a significant lift and amount of work to be done. I will take you through a little bit of our process. When somebody shows interest in Studio 8 or some part of our service offering, what I'll first do is jump on a call with them. I want to get a sense of who they are, what they offer, their business model, as well as areas that we can support. I like to treat this as a bit of an open discussion so that we can learn about each other, right? It's a relationship, it's not a one-way street. During this call, we also, of course, run through Studio 8, our pitch presentation, who we are, what we do, our mission, our vision. And once we've covered that, then I'll jump into the service offering, sample work, things for us to openly discuss. Once we have that call, I take the time to sit and digest everything that we've discussed and put together an estimate as well as a proposal. I like to include obviously the hard copy of the estimate, but also I'll send them over a presentation deck just outlining what we discussed as well as areas that would be good for us to support with. From there, you jump into next steps, client signs off, and off you go with creating their schedule and starting to do the actual meat and bones of the job itself. Progress update. We've spoken about how to use your existing network to land your first batch of clients. I can attest to the fact that this does effectively work. We landed our first 5 clients within the first 4 months of launching the agency, which was a success. We hit our client goal, we hit our first financial goal as well. Our team also grew, so Studio 8 hired Simonette, who is our data and social analyst. She is incredible. I'm sure you will see her in future videos. You will see her on our social media as well. We are so lucky to have her, and it's very exciting to see the internal team grow. Okay, so this leads perfectly into the third part of the video, which is telling you about our mass sales attack plan. This video officially marks the launch of our 8-week sales series. We'll be posting one video per week, updating on our sales progress. Now, to be completely honest, I did think that we were going to need to tap into cold calling, some of the more like nitty-gritty strategies a little bit earlier, but because leveraging the existing network was effective, it has brought us forward to this point in time now. We have 3 different methods that Simonette and I together will be executing with the goal of growth. When you hear the term growth, it can mean a lot of things. It is fairly broad, so we've broken it down into a couple of different areas. Growth means, yes, doubling our client base, increasing our revenue, hitting our next financial goal, absolutely. But it also means that with scalability, our internal team needs to be set up for success. So with that, Simonette and I are working equally on our sales strategy, our pitching, our target, while also focusing on our internal team. So making sure that we are set up for success. We have the right number of people on board. We are working with some specialists. So yeah, it's very exciting. For the sake of the length of this video, I will tell you quickly about the 3 sales strategies that we have in place. In our next video, we will expand on those and also do a little bit more vlog style. Strategy number 1 is the sniper method. We have created a targeted list of contacts locally within our city that meet our wellness target. Strategy number 2 is the squid method. This is a play on the Squid Games. Now, I actually don't want to spoil this one, so I'm gonna save this for the next video, but the squid method is coming up, guys. Be prepared. And number 3 is really just mass emailing, mass outreach. I would say the sniper method is a little bit more targeted. Like, we have a list of some of those hotter leads that we want to acquire, reach out to, pitch to, but we're also kind of taking a more mass approach as well. Now, we are going to be pitching Studio 8's main service, which is, of course, digital marketing, those areas that I discussed earlier, social media, website, paid ads, all that jazz. So yeah, I can tell you guys more about this. There's definitely gonna be some good stuff in the next couple of videos. Thank you so much for watching. I feel a sense of relief getting through my first YouTube video. Definitely was not as scary as I thought it was gonna be, and I got in a good flow. So if you are looking for a sign to start, guys, this is your sign, go start. I hope you have maybe taken a piece away from this video. If so, or if not, thank you for reaching the end.